What if we told you that one of the greatest musical legends alive, blind since birth, quietly lives in a $14 million Bel Air mansion once owned by a Saudi prince? What if the same man, whose voice defined generations, built a $200 million empire, raised 9 children with 5 different women, and still found time to marry again in his 70s? Stevie Wonder isn't just a musical genius. His life off stage is just as extraordinary. From the Calabasas estate to the ultra-private love stories behind closed doors, his world is one of quiet luxury and powerful legacy. How did he go from Motown prodigy to global icon? And how does he continue to captivate the world without ever seeing it? Today, we're taking you inside the life of Stevie Wonder like never before. His jaw-dropping homes, his children, his relationships, and the fortune that keeps growing. Let's get into it. You won't believe Stevie Wonder's net worth. Stevie Wonder's net worth might just leave you speechless, and for good reason. Signed to Motown Records at just 11 years old and blind almost since birth, Stevie didn't just beat the odds, he completely demolished them. And today the results speak for themselves. His journey from child prodigy to global icon is reflected in one massive number: $200 million. Born Stevland Hardaway Morris, Stevie got his big break in 1961 after being discovered by Ronnie White of The Miracles. Back then, the world knew him as Little Stevie Wonder, a catchy nickname for a boy wonder with a harmonica. Few could have imagined that this young, blind kid from Michigan would become one of the most influential musicians of the 20th and 21st centuries. But from the beginning, Stevie was different. While other kids were outside playing games or learning multiplication tables, Stevie was already composing music and mastering instruments. He taught himself how to play the harmonica, piano, and drums, all by ear. At just 12 years old, he dropped his debut album, The Jazz Soul of Little Stevie, in September 1962, followed 1 month later by Tribute to Uncle Ray. These early releases introduced his talent to the world and kicked off a career that would soon become legendary. Then came the string of unforgettable hits. I Was Made to Love Her, For Once in My Life, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours. But Stevie wasn't content with just singing the hits. He wanted control over his art. So in a move that shocked many, he allowed his Motown contract to expire on his 21st birthday. On that same day, May 13, 1971, he negotiated a new deal that gave him unprecedented creative control and a groundbreaking royalty structure. That decision would set the stage for the most critically acclaimed era of his career. By the time the 1980s rolled around, Stevie was bringing in an estimated $15 million per year. And that wasn't just a big number back then. It was astronomical. According to Finance Monthly, that would be the equivalent of earning over $117,000 a day in 2025 dollars. His music wasn't just popular, it was transcendent, and his income reflected it. Over the course of his incredible career, Stevie has collected 25 Grammy Awards, one of the highest counts in music history. He's tied with Frank Sinatra for the most Album of the Year wins by a solo artist, with Inner Visions, 1973, Fulfillingness First Finale, 1974, and Songs in the Key of Life, 1976, each taking home top honors. And in 1996, he was honored with the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, cementing his status as a living legend. But the awards only tell part of the story. As of 2025, Stevie Wonder's net worth is estimated at $200 million. It's a staggering figure, especially considering the challenges he faced from birth. He was born 6 weeks premature, and the oxygen-rich incubator that helped save his life also damaged his retinas, leaving him blind. But instead of holding him back, that adversity seemed to fuel his passion for music and drive to succeed. Beyond the music and the money, Stevie has influenced generations of artists across genres: Michael Jackson, Lauryn Hill, Drake, Janet Jackson, and countless others have all cited him as a major inspiration. His talent broke barriers, but it was his vision, artistic, emotional, and spiritual, that truly set him apart. Although he lost his sight, Stevie Wonder never lost his focus. With a fortune built on raw talent, fearless innovation, and a deep well of soul, his story is one of music's greatest triumphs. His net worth is just one part of the legacy, but what a number to behold. $200 million strong, and still inspiring the world. So with that massive fortune, you might wonder how he spent his money. Well, let's take a look inside Stevie Wonder's lavish Los Angeles home. In the hills of Calabasas, a stunning mansion once filled with the sounds of Stevie Wonder's music is now on the market for a jaw-dropping $15 million. This 11,120-square-foot estate, where the legendary singer once lived with his then-wife Kai Millard Morris and their 2 sons, has become a symbol of musical history and family life. Wonder purchased the home in 2000 for nearly $2.9 million, offering it as a gift to Millard just before their marriage. At the time, the couple was building a life together, raising their children within the privacy and prestige of the exclusive Hidden Hills West community. Though the two divorced in 2012, Millard remained in the home with their sons until now. With their children grown, she's decided to let go of the property, allowing a new chapter to begin for the next owner. Designed in the Spanish villa style and built in 1992, the home exudes elegance and warmth. It boasts 6 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms spread over 3 levels. The grand entrance, framed by a massive wooden pivot door, opens to a marble-lined foyer with a spiral staircase and soaring ceilings. A formal dining room features warm wood accents paired with sleek modern lighting, blending mid-century charm with contemporary sophistication. Each room tells a story. The family room, with its trio of picture windows and wet bar, offered space for laughter and bonding. The kitchen is a chef's dream: custom cabinetry, a marble eat-in island, parquet wood floors, and high-end appliances by Miele and Sub-Zero. A cozy breakfast nook sits nearby, ideal for casual mornings with the kids. Millard even converted one dining space into a makeshift design studio for her fashion brand, proving the home was not just lived in, it was loved and used to create. Upstairs, the primary suite is pure luxury, with dual seating areas divided by a fireplace, a private balcony, a massive walk-in closet stocked with designer labels, and a spa-like bathroom with a steam room and infrared sauna. It's easy to see why Millard never left. A separate junior suite includes its own living space, while an office with a marble fireplace and gold leaf chandelier adds an extra touch of opulence. Downstairs, a guest suite and butler's kitchen offer privacy and comfort. And in a home once owned by Stevie Wonder, of course, there's a dedicated piano room. Glass doors open to manicured grounds with a free-form pool, spa, and rolling green lawns, spaces where creativity and family once flourished. Though Wonder no longer lives there, his spirit still lingers in every corner. The acoustics of the home, those lofty ceilings and open spaces, made it a natural fit for a man who lives and breathes music. It's easy to imagine him at the piano, melodies floating through the air as his children danced nearby. Now, remarried to Tamika Robin Bracey, the 74-year-old icon resides in Los Angeles, maintaining a rich real estate portfolio that includes properties in the Hollywood Hills, Alpine, New Jersey, and even his childhood home in Detroit. His journey through homes tells the story of a man who's traveled far from his humble beginnings in Detroit. Wonder was born and raised in Michigan, and his earliest memories were shaped by the streets of Detroit. As a child, he lived at 2701 Hastings Street, and later, during his teenage years, he resided at 18074 Greenlawn Street. That Tudor-style home on Greenlawn, once filled with the sounds of young Stevie experimenting with music, has since been torn down. Still, it holds a permanent place in his story. After launching his career with Motown, Wonder's success allowed him to expand his horizons, and his residences began reflecting his rising stardom. Over the years, he's owned properties on both coasts, transitioning from modest Detroit homes to luxurious mansions. One of his most notable properties was a house on Chislehurst Drive in Los Feliz, Los Angeles, which he purchased in 1979 for just $435,500. In 2008, nearly 3 decades later, he listed the 4,551-square-foot home for $3.2 million. That same year, rumors began circulating that Wonder's house had been destroyed by one of California's devastating wildfires. The New York Post even reported that the property had burned to the ground. However, Wonder quickly cleared the air. In a statement to Reuters, he said, "I'm grateful to say that my house was not burned down in the fire. I extend my sympathies to anyone who may have been touched by this horrendous event." Wonder also once owned a sprawling estate in Alpine, New Jersey, an affluent enclave known for its celebrity residents. The mansion was a testament to his enduring success and love for comfort and privacy. These days, the 25-time Grammy winner resides in Bel Air Crest, one of Los Angeles's most sought-after gated communities. Inside Stevie Wonder's 13.9 Bel Air mansion, bought from a Saudi prince, music legend Stevie Wonder gave himself a spectacular gift: a $13.85 million mansion in the ultra-exclusive Bel Air Crest neighborhood of Los Angeles. According to Dirt, the luxurious estate was previously owned by Prince Mohammed bin Faisal bin Saud Al Saud, a member of the Saudi royal family who rarely used the property and had been renting it out for a staggering $75,000 per month. The estate had been quietly bouncing around the market for years. First listed in 2017 for $25 million, the price dropped several times, down to $23.5 million, then $20 million, and eventually $17.95 million by the end of 2018. It was pulled from the market for a while before reappearing in April 2021 with a new price tag of $14.7 million. Not long after, Stevie Wonder swooped in and closed the deal for even less. Signed, sealed, delivered. This dream home was his. Built in 2009, the nearly 20,000-square-foot mansion is the epitome of grandeur. It features 11 bedrooms, 15 bathrooms, and stunning architecture that combines towering ceilings, wood and stone floors, and vast walls of glass that flood the space with natural light. The indoor elegance flows seamlessly outdoors, where there are covered seating areas, a fireplace, and lush landscaping. The chef's kitchen is a showstopper, complete with granite countertops, a massive center island, and a cozy breakfast nook. For entertaining, there's a formal dining room, a sleek bar, a home theater, and even a 2,550-bottle wine cellar. A game room adds a playful touch, outfitted with a pool table, pinball machines, and card tables. Upstairs, the primary suite is a retreat all its own, boasting a private sitting area and a balcony with a view of the pool. The home also includes space for guests or staff, a spa-worthy pool with a waterfall, and multiple outdoor lounging areas. An elevator serves all 3 levels, and there's garage space for 3 cars, plus 2 additional spots in the driveway. Known for its security and luxury, the neighborhood is also home to a few familiar faces, including celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay. During a segment on Good Morning America, Ramsay revealed that Stevie Wonder is actually his next-door neighbor. With Ramsay's constant outdoor cooking, he joked that his household is one of the busiest in America, with neighbors, including Wonder, often popping by to enjoy the food. Stevie Wonder's car collection. Stevie Wonder may be blind, but that hasn't stopped the 25-time Grammy winner from appreciating the beauty, design, and luxury of fine automobiles. Over the years, the music icon has built a car collection that reflects not only his success, but also his taste for class and performance. While he's never driven them himself, Stevie's rides have often been chauffeur-driven or gifted to family and friends. Here's a closer look at some of the standouts in his garage. One of the most notable vehicles in Wonder's collection is the Rolls-Royce Phantom, a symbol of pure opulence. Priced at over $450,000, the Phantom is known for its ultra-quiet cabin, handcrafted interior, and commanding road presence. It's a favorite among celebrities for a reason. It offers a ride that feels more like gliding than driving. Wonder has also been seen with a Bentley Continental GT, another British masterpiece that costs around $240,000. Sleek, powerful, and sophisticated, the Continental GT is a performance coupe that delivers elegance with a hint of speed. While Stevie may not be behind the wheel, the car certainly fits his larger-than-life persona. Adding a bit of American muscle to his collection, Stevie has owned a Chevrolet Corvette C7 Stingray, priced at approximately $60,000. It's a car known for its raw power and aggressive styling. While not as luxurious as his British staples, it shows Wonder's appreciation for classic automotive craftsmanship. Rumors have also linked him to owning a Mercedes-Maybach S650, a luxury sedan that costs upwards of $200,000. With its plush interior, reclining rear seats, and cutting-edge technology, the Maybach offers first-class comfort, a perfect match for Wonder's VIP lifestyle. Stevie Wonder's luxury lifestyle, watches, jewelry, and fashion worth millions. Stevie Wonder has dazzled the world with his music, but his iconic sense of style and taste in luxury is another aspect of his life that deserves attention. Even without sight, Wonder has developed a unique and bold fashion identity, marked by vibrant colors, lavish textures, fine jewelry, and statement watches. Over the decades, his love for high-end accessories and designer clothing has grown to reflect both his artistic soul and his multi-million-dollar success. Watch collection. But rather than immediately step into a public or political role, Rose chose to further her education and explore new creative and technological frontiers. In 2011, she enrolled in New York University's Interactive Telecommunications Program, ITP, a multidisciplinary graduate program that merges technology, design, and storytelling. By 2013, she had earned her master's degree in professional studies, equipping her with modern tools to navigate the digital and entertainment worlds with innovation and purpose. Her decision to veer away from politics and move toward Hollywood and digital media reflects her desire to craft a unique identity, one that honors her family's legacy while making space for her individual passions. The skills and connections she acquired at both Harvard and NYU positioned her to co-create a web series and pursue projects on her own terms, diverging from the high-profile political stage that shaped her family's past. Interestingly, Rose isn't the only Kennedy of her generation to carry on the family's relationship with Harvard. Her younger brother, Jack Schlossberg, became the most recent graduate, earning both a Juris Doctor and MBA from Harvard Law School and Harvard Business School in 2022. The Kennedy name remains deeply intertwined with Harvard's legacy, but with each generation, Rose included, that relationship evolves, taking on new dimensions that blend intellect, creativity, and personal reinvention. In 2016, Rose Kennedy Schlossberg took her first major step into the world of entertainment with the release of a quirky and clever web series titled End Times Girls Club. Co-created with her longtime friend Mara Nelson Greenberg, the six-part comedy series blended satire and survivalism with a distinctly millennial twist. A tongue-in-cheek parody of the countless DIY and lifestyle YouTube tutorials flooding the internet, the show imagined a world in which young women must learn how to maintain their glam and stay alive in a post-apocalyptic scenario. In the series, Rose plays Bee, while Mara portrays Laura, two bubbly best friends who offer lessons on how to navigate the end of civilization, but make it cute. From post-doomsday makeup tutorials to recipes using canned goods and even how to purify water with attitude, the characters walk a fine line between satire and sincerity. The show pokes fun at social media culture while also delivering a deeper commentary about female empowerment, resilience, and the absurdity of modern survival expectations. Interestingly, when the series launched, Rose was credited simply as Rose Schlossberg, noticeably dropping her iconic middle name. It seemed a conscious decision to step away from the Kennedy spotlight and be seen not as political royalty, but as a comedic storyteller and artist in her own right. In an interview with Mashable, she explained that the idea for End Times Girls Club originated while she was studying at NYU's Interactive Telecommunications program. She cited Hurricane Sandy as a major inspiration, saying, "It came up as a response to seeing the way that New York responded to Hurricane Sandy, and how people were grossly underprepared, specifically girls in damsel in distress mode." She wanted to flip that trope on its head by creating a world where women could be survivalists without compromising their cute factor. It was a sharp, humorous take on both gender norms and society's obsession with appearances, wrapped in the approachable format of short online videos. Unfortunately, despite a strong concept and positive buzz, the series never expanded beyond its 6 episodes. The last update came more than 6 years ago, suggesting that End Times Girls Club has quietly wrapped. Still, it remains a fascinating and under-the-radar debut for Rose, showcasing her wit, creativity, and willingness to carve a path outside of the Kennedy family's traditional public image. Whether or not she returns to screen work, the series remains a time capsule of a unique voice trying to break out from under a famous name, and succeeding, if only briefly. Throughout her evolving journey in Hollywood, Rose Kennedy Schlossberg has quietly built a resume that reflects both her creative interests and a deeper commitment to social awareness. While she may not be a household name in the entertainment industry, her behind-the-scenes contributions show a dedication to storytelling that carries weight and meaning. Over the years, she has taken on roles as actress, producer, production associate, and writer, often gravitating toward lesser-known but socially conscious projects that emphasize substance over celebrity. One of her most significant contributions came in 2017, when Rose worked on the Netflix documentary series Time, the Khalif Browder story. Credited for her involvement in all 6 episodes, Rose played a part in telling one of the most harrowing and important stories in recent memory. One woman told the New York Post that she met Stevie at church. She was sitting in front of him when his friends whispered to him about her appearance. He tapped her on the shoulder and asked why she attended church. She replied that it was because she believed in God. Stevie responded, "I can give you all the things God promised to give you." Another woman also met him at church. He stayed late just to impress her, wooing her with piano lessons and turning gospel songs into love ballads by slipping their names into the lyrics. He talked about baby names and promised to buy them a dream home. His mother, Lula Mae Hardaway, once shared that Stevie had a habit of picking a woman to flirt with before any big event. At one Motown gathering, he set his sights on Diana Ross. After asking someone to describe her outfit, he approached her with compliments like, "I love that red." But Stevie was quickly informed she was dating Motown boss Berry Gordy, and that meant she was strictly off-limits. Levi Stubbs of the Four Tops recalled, "We had to let him know she was the boss's woman, and the boss doesn't play." One of Stevie's most meaningful relationships began with Serita Wright, a receptionist and backup singer at Motown. He was 18, she was 22. Their friendship blossomed into romance, and Stevie was reportedly drawn to her elegant presence and sensual energy, which he could detect by simply brushing the sleeve of her blouse. "A lady that wears an expensive top is not loud when she speaks and smells good. That's how I know," he told Page 6. They eventually married, but the relationship lasted just 18 months. Despite the divorce, Stevie and Serita remained close friends and continued to collaborate musically for years afterward. In a 1973 Rolling Stone interview, Stevie Wonder casually mentioned having a lady friend, sparking speculation that he was referring to Yolanda Simmons, his secretary and bookkeeper at the time. He shared that one thing they both valued was the ability to sense when people weren't being genuine. When asked about their chemistry in the bedroom, Stevie playfully replied, You just have to get in there and do that. You know, that is just fantasticness. Not long after, Yolanda gave birth to their daughter, Aisha Morris, in February 1975. Years later, Stevie told Oprah that hearing Aisha splash in the bathtub moved him to tears. "That was emotion stuck in a moment," he said, "and that can never, ever be taken away." That moment inspired the beloved song Isn't She Lovely, which famously opens with the joyful sounds of baby Aisha. In the liner notes of his 1976 masterpiece, Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie included a poetic message. "My mind's heart must be polygamous, and my spirit is married to many, and my love belongs to all," followed by a list of women's first names. It was a window into Stevie's emotional world, one full of love, but not necessarily monogamy. Mike Zimbello, a guitarist in Stevie's band, once told biographer Mark Rabowski that while Stevie cared deeply for Yolanda, he loved many women. Mike believed Stevie never stopped loving his ex-wife Serita, calling her the one true love of his life. He added, "That was the thorn in his side. He's petrified of loneliness, so he decided he'd be happy being happy with Yolanda." They never married, but Yolanda gave birth to their son Keita in 1977. Many fans think the song Lately, with its aching lyrics about suspected infidelity, was a reflection of Stevie's fears in that relationship. The couple eventually split in 1982, reportedly due to Stevie's unwillingness to settle down with just one woman. During the 1980s, Stevie fathered several more children: Mumtaz with Melody McCulley, Kwame with Cheryl, and a daughter named Sophia, whose mother remains unidentified. Still, his heart was said to belong to Angela McGaffey, a woman he had been courting since 1986. It wasn't until a decade later, in 1996, that Stevie asked Angela to move into his Los Angeles estate. She gave up her job as a wardrobe consultant to become his full-time partner and caregiver. According to Angela, she helped redesign his home with Braille labels, created meal plans to lower his blood pressure, and assisted with personal medical needs. Their arrangement was verbal. Stevie would support them financially, and Angela would care for him and the household. But then came Kai Millard. In 1999, Stevie met the freelance fashion designer at a nightclub in New York. When his entourage approached her, she declined. She was working. But before she could leave, Stevie introduced himself. They talked until 5 in the morning. 6 months later, they were engaged. In September 2001, they were married. Angela, however, wasn't out of the picture just yet. A month after Stevie and Kai's wedding, Angela filed a $30 million lawsuit against him, claiming he had infected her with herpes and failed to disclose it. Stevie countered with his own suit, accusing her of taking $160,000 worth of property after their breakup and firmly denying the STD allegation. The legal battle eventually went to mediation, and the outcome remains private to this day. Stevie Wonder and his then-wife, Kai Millard, welcomed their first son, Kyland, in 2001. 4 years later, in May 2005, they had another baby boy, Mandla. The name was inspired by a very special source, Nelson Mandela himself, who suggested it. In a 2010 interview with The Telegraph, Stevie revealed he was hoping to have 2 more kids, ideally twins. But in 2012, after 11 years of marriage, he filed for divorce from Kai, citing irreconcilable differences. Rather than signing the paperwork traditionally, Stevie left his mark with 2 fingerprints. He requested joint custody of their sons and agreed to pay $25,000 a month in child support. Their divorce was finalized in October 2015. Even before the legal split was complete, Stevie had already begun a new chapter with Tamika Robin Bracey. According to page 6, they met at a social event, and Stevie was instantly taken by her scent. As she walked past him, he noticed how lightly she moved, and for Stevie, that was a sign of true beauty. Their relationship blossomed quickly. Tamika eventually gave birth to 2 of Stevie's children, bringing his total to 9. In July 2017, They tied the knot in a lavish ceremony at the Hotel Bel Air. Stevie was 67. Tomika was 42. In December 2019, Stevie underwent a successful kidney transplant. Not long after, during a virtual press conference where he announced his departure from Motown Records, he shared a glimpse of his renewed spirit. "I told my daughter Aisha, I'm going to be like 5 years younger than you now," he joked. "I'm going from being 70 to being 40. Although Stevie hasn't always been present in the day-to-day lives of all his children, who now range in age from 45 to just 5, he's reportedly grown closer to them as he's gotten older. Today, the music legend is enjoying life in Los Angeles with his third wife, Tomika, and their family. Reflecting on his life's journey, Stevie told Oprah, "I'm a work in progress. But if I know in my heart that I'm doing my best, that my heart's in the right place, that I have unconditional love, I feel okay." From lavish mansions and a decades-spanning music empire to a roller-coaster love life and a growing family, Stevie Wonder's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. As Stevie enjoys life in 2025 with his wife Tomika and their children, one thing remains clear: his impact on music and culture is timeless. What surprised you most about Stevie Wonder's lifestyle or family life? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on your beloved star's lifestyle and more.